Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will do some problems on the linearity, time invariance, and the stability. Okay. So check the given system is both stable or not, or simply the stable or not. Okay. Let's take the first one is y of n is equal to a into x of n minus 7. Y of n is equal to a into x of n minus 7. Okay. Now, and to check the system is stable or not. Okay. Here we are checking for the Bibo stability. That means bounded input, bounded output. For a particular system, if you are applying the bounded input, if the output is bounded, then the system is Bibo stable. Otherwise, unstable. Okay. In the last class, we derived the condition for the Bibo stability. That is, impulse response of the system must be absolutely summable. That is summation n from minus np to plus npt mod h of n. This value should be finite. Okay. This is the necessary condition for the Bibo stable. Okay. Now here, see, here we have the one equation or the one relation between the input and output terms x of n and y of n. So we don't have the h of n here. So how will find the stability? For that, let us see, take the system whose input is x of n and the response is y of n. Assume it having the impulse response h of n. Okay. Otherwise, for easy understanding, let's take this is simply the one system. Okay. Now, x of n is your input and y of n is the response of the system. Generally, what this h of n stands for? H of n is impulse response. What do you mean by the impulse response? Impulse response is nothing but response of the system or output of the system when the input is impulse signal. For any system, if you are applying the input is impulse signal, the corresponding response, corresponding output is called impulse response. That is represented with h of n. So see here, that means if input is impulse signal, the input is impulse, then the corresponding response is called impulse response. Then y of n becomes h of n. Okay. If the input is impulse, then the response is called impulse response. Okay, that is represented by h of n. So whatever the response you are getting y of n when the input is impulse del of n, okay, that response we are calling as the impulse response, that is represented by h of n. So we can find the impulse response of the system. Okay, how we can find the impulse response of the system? Simply by applying the input is impulse. Okay, now take here. Okay. From the given system, I'm writing the impulse response h of n is equal to write the response of the system to impulse input t of x. So in place of x of n, what you are writing? del of n. So value is a into n minus 7. A into del of n minus 7. Now you know the impulse response. H of n is value is a into del of n minus 7. So this impulse response value, what is the impulse response value? A into del of n minus 7. When this del of n minus 7 becomes 1, del of n minus 7 becomes 1 only at n is equal to 7. So impulse response value is A and n is equal to 7. For remaining all the values, impulse signal is 0 means obviously the product is 0. So impulse response is 0 for n is not equal to 0. N is not equal to, sorry, n is not equal to 7. So n is not equal to 7. Okay. Now in its value is only summation at n is equal to 7. H of response is 0. It exists only at one time instant. So its value is A. Okay. So which is less than infinity. Which is less than infinity. So therefore the system is therefore the system is therefore the system is stable. Okay. Therefore the system is stable. Like that you need to check the stability of the system. Okay. So if the system is described by the difference equation or the relation between the input and output, okay, first try to find the impulse response. That is, substitute x of n is equal to del of n. Substitute x of n is equal to del of. Okay. So whatever the response you are getting for that impulse, that simply called impulse response. After getting the impulse response, you know the condition for stability. Okay, find the impulse response, then check the impulse response is absolutely summable or not. If it is absolutely summable, then conclude the system is stable, otherwise unstable. Okay, let's take the one more. Have to check the plus 1 by 2 x of n minus 1 plus 1 by 4 x of n minus 2. Now first find the impulse response. This is input and you have the one LTI system. Okay, if the input is impulse, y of n is simply h of n. So therefore h of n is equal to x of n. What is x of n? X of n is del of n plus 1 by 2 x of n minus 1. So del x of n minus 2 is del of n minus 2. Okay. Now find the impulse response values. H of n is equal to del of n, simply it becomes 1 only equal to 0. At n is equal to 0, what about the second and third terms? So you will get del of minus 1 and del of minus 2. These two become 0. Simply impulse response is 1 at n is equal to 0. part is completed. This is 1 only at n is equal to 0. Now, del of n minus 1. When this del of n minus 1 term becomes 1, only at n is equal to 1. Okay. So, the middle term is 1 by 2, first term is 0, third term is 0. So 0 plus 1 by 2 plus 0. So which is simply 1 by 2. And last one, when this product is non-zero value, only at n is equal to 2. Only at n is equal to 2. Okay. At n is equal to 2, first term is del of 2, which is 0. Second term is del of 2 minus 1, nothing but del of 1, which is again 0. And the third term is del of 2 minus 2, which is 0. Okay, del of 0 value is 1. So 1 into 1 by 4. So the value 0 plus 0 plus 1 by 4, which is 1 by 4. I'm writing the impulse response as a sequence form. So 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 4. Okay, 1 comma 1 by 2 comma 1 by 4. No need to mention the arrow mark. Why? Because our sequence is start from origin only. Okay, indication means the first value is the amplitude at n is equal to 0. Okay, now check the stability condition, that is summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod h of n value. So here our impulse response will exist from n is equal to 0 to 2. So whole summation change to 0 to 2 h of n, which is h of 0 plus h of 1 plus h of 2, which is nothing but what is h of 0 value? 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 4. This is simply 1 plus now its value is 7 by 4. Okay, 7 by 4. Now 7 by 4 is a finite number. So the summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod h of n value is less than infinity. Therefore, system is stable. Therefore, the system is stable. Okay, is it clear now? How to find the stability of a system? For stability, okay, if the system is described by the difference equation, okay, and in case you don't have any initial output values like the y of 0 value, y of 1 values, in such cases, first try to find the impulse response by substituting input is impulse. Okay, try to find the impulse response, then check the stability condition. Check the stability condition. If the impulse response is absolutely summable, then the system is stable, otherwise unstable. Okay. Now, take one example, one more. Directly here I am giving the impulse response directly. H of n is equal to 2 power n into u of n. H of n 2 power n into u of n. Two power n into u of n. Check for stability, all of you. Now tell me the given system is stable or not. Here directly have the impulse response. Okay. Check the stability condition. That's fine. Summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod What's value? Which is summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity to power n into u of n. Okay. Since it is multiplied, the 2 power n is multiplied with the u of n, this product having the non-zero value in the positive portion. Okay, in the negative time instance, this product becomes 0 because the u of n is 0 for negative time. So 0 into 2 power n, simply 0. So the summation limits change to 0 to infinity, 2 power n into u of n value is simply 1 over this time duration 0 to infinity. Now see, this is in the standard summation. Summation n is equal to 0 to infinity a power n form. So already I given the standard summation result n from 0 to infinity. A, its value is 1 by 1 minus a if a value is less than 1 and its value is infinity if a value is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, greater than or equal to 1. Now here, what is a value? Here the a value is 2. Okay, 2 power n. A value is 2, which is greater than 1. So the summation result is infinity. Okay, now the summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod h of n value is infinity. System is unstable. Therefore, the system is unstable, like that. Okay. So the system is unstable. Okay. Take one example. I'll have to try this. H of n is equal to u of n. H of n is equal to u of n. Directly here also you have the impulse response. It's the summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod h of. Now tell me this value. Summation n from 0 to infinity 1. Its value 1 or any other. This summation result is infinity again. Here see, we are adding 1 for infinity time instance. So at n is equal to 0, value is 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on. So you are adding 1 for infinity times. So the result is infinity. Okay. So again, therefore, given system are unstable and system is unstable. Next. Is it clear everyone? How to find the stability? If the system is described by the difference equation, again in the two cases, if you have any initial conditions, then you need to find the response for different time instants and based on that, how it is varies. Just give the conclusion. Otherwise, don't have any initial conditions. Try to find the impulse response. Okay, by substituting input x of n is equal to del unstable. Like now, just try this one. Y of n is equal summation k is equal to n minus n naught to n plus n naught x of k. Y of n is equal to summation k is equal to n minus n naught to n plus n naught x of k. Okay. Check the system is stable or not. Okay. Here also we have the relation between input and output sequence. That is simply the difference equation form. When I expand in this summation, simply we'll get the difference equation form. That is n naught plus 1 plus x of n minus n naught plus 2 plus so on x of n plus n naught. Okay. Now, h of n is equal to t of del of n. Okay. So I'm finding that h of n value. What is h of n value? So in place of x, write the del. So k is equal to n minus n naught to n plus n naught now. Now tell me, I'll give example for the known terms. So n value, let's take value from n minus 2 to n plus 2 del of k. Okay, for easy understanding purpose. So when you are expanding this, what are the terms you will get? Del of n minus 2 first term plus del of n minus 1 plus del of n plus del of n plus 1 plus del of n plus 2. Okay, so n plus 2, that is simply upper limit minus lower limit plus 1. Check it. Upper limit is n plus 2 minus. So the value is 2. N will get cancelled. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1. So you will get the 5 samples. Okay. So that is nothing plus 2. Simply 4 samples along with n is equal to 0. Total 5. Upper limit minus lower limit plus 1. Okay. So for these 5 samples, at 1 is n minus 2 first sample, n minus 2 is the second, n is third, n plus 1 is 4, and n plus 2 is fifth samples. Now for these 5 samples, the impulse signal is 1. When you are adding the impulse signal for 5 samples, what is the result? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Simply the result is 5. Okay. Result is 5. Okay. See how many samples we have. How many samples we have? Simply that you need to first evaluate. Okay. So when you are adding all the samples, the result is equal to. Result is simply the number of samples. Why? Because all the samples having the magnitude is 1 only. So here in this case, what are the number of samples? Upper limit minus lower limit. So the number of time instants. That is n plus n naught minus n plus n naught plus 1. Okay. So the value is here 2n naught plus 1. So h of n is equal to h of n, the mod h of n, the magnitude simply, which is simply 2n naught plus 1, which is simply 2n naught plus 1. Okay. Therefore, regarding the impulse response of fine, therefore the system is stable. Therefore, the stability. Using that approach, you can check the stability. We'll see in that case how we are verifying the stability of the system. So here, let's see the second method. Y of n is equal to summation k from n minus n naught to n plus n naught x of k. X of k. So we are assuming the input is bounded. So mod x of k, okay, it is bounded. Its value, let us say, it having the maximum amplitude is capital M. Okay, maximum amplitude of the input is a capital M. So find the rest. Mod y of n, which is equal to mod k from n minus n naught to n plus n naught mod x of k. Sorry. Okay, which is nothing but which is less than or equal to summation k from n minus n naught to n plus n naught mod x of k. What is the maximum magnitude of the input is m. So the mod y of n is less than or equal to summation k from n minus n naught to n plus n naught mod x of k. I am taking the maximum magnitude. So it is less than or equal to just how many times you are adding m n minus n naught to n plus n naught, which is 2 times of n naught plus 1 times of m. So here magnitude of the response is less than or equal to 2 n naught plus 1 into m, where m is a finite value and n naught is also the finite number. What about this 2 n naught plus 1 into m, which is a finite? So the response is finite means the given system is stable. Okay, the response is bounded means the given system is stable. Okay, this is one method. Okay, okay, take one more. Y of n is equal to e power x of n. Try this all of you. Try this problem. Y of n is equal to e power x of n. E power x of n. Like the previous problem. Find the magnitude of the response. Mod y of n. Fine. Find the magnitude, which is mod y of n is equal to mod of e power x of n. Okay, so this mod y of n now it is less than or equal to e power mod x of n, e power mod x of n. What is the maximum amplitude of the input signal? Like the previous, for this system the input is bounded, so it is a finite value, so the maximum value I'm assuming it is e power m. So since m is a finite number, e power m is finite, so which is, so mod y of n is finite. Therefore given system as stable system. Therefore the given system is stable. Now I have to do this problem and tell me now what is the answer. Y of n is equal to a power n for 0 is less than or equal to n is less than or equal to 11. A power n. So it is not a response. Take the system which having the impulse response h of n is equal to a power n for 0 to 11. For n is equal to 0 to 11. Now here directly you have the impulse response h of n is equal to a power n. That's it. Check the system is before stable or not. Check the system is before stable or not. Okay. Here you have the impulse response directly. So check the impulse response is absolutely summable or not. That is summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod h of n. Okay. So which is here the impulse response is exists from only the 12 samples 0 to 11. So n from 0 to 11, h of n value is a power n. A power n. So again, I given the one of the summation result in the last class. From 0 to capital N, a power n value is 1 minus a power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. This is for all values of a. Okay, except so a should be the finite. Okay, a should be finite number. Okay, it may be the less than 1 or greater than 1, whatever it is. So summation n from 0 to n a power n value is 1 minus a power capital N plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. Okay, here also see. Here what is the capital N value? 11. So it is 1 minus a power 11 plus 1, which is 12 divided by 1 minus a. Okay, now tell me this value is a finite value or infinite? We don't want the exact value here for the stability. We need the complete summation is a finite or infinite. That's it. Okay. So if a value is finite, the a is finite. This whole the 1 minus a power 12 by 1 minus a, this whole term is finite. So summation n from minus infinity to plus infinity mod h of n is finite if a is finite. Okay. So this complete the summation becomes finite when the a value is finite. Therefore, you can give the conclusion. Therefore, the system is stable. System is stable if a is less than infinity or a is finite. Otherwise, system is unstable. In case the a value is infinity, simply the system is unstable. Okay. If a is infinity, then the system is unstable. the system is unstable. Okay, like that you need to give the conclusion with respect to the A value. Okay, so complete the stability is depends on the A value here. If A is finite, then the system is stable, otherwise simply unstable. Okay, now take one more example on the stability. Y of n is equal to A into x of n plus b. Y of n is equal to A into x of n plus b. Let's see. To find the magnitude of the response mod y of n, which is mod of A x of n plus b. Okay. Now, you know this property of the modulus. Modulus of sum of terms is less than or equal to sum of. So is less than or equal to A into mod x of n plus mod b. Okay. So it is less than again less than or equal to A into what is this mod x of n, which is nothing but the magnitude of input signal. So which is a for Bibos table the input must be the bounded value. So I am taking the maximum magnitude of the input is m plus mod b. Okay. So the response is mod y is less than or equal to A into m plus mod b. Okay. Now when this magnitude of the response is finite, this whole term is finite. Okay, that means if A and B are the finite values, then the magnitude of the response is finite. Therefore, the system is stable. Here also again the stability depends on the two values. If A and B are finite, then the system is stable. Unstable, like that. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Take the few problems. Of n cos omega n. Check the given system is stable or not. Then y of n is equal x of n into e of n. Check for stability.